Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. All right, today's video, I'll be reviewing the Dominator FX. Yes, this is the civilian variant of the FX Interceptor, right? And as always, in all my vehicle reviews, I'll cover everything you need to know. We'll talk about customization, we'll talk about performance, top speed, and average lap time, and then whether or not I recommend that you purchase the vehicle and spend the money. Speaking of the money, let's go ahead and take a look at the price tag. The Vapid Dominator FX will run you $1,550,000, so slightly below what the new average price is for the cars. The Dominator FX is based off of the iconic 1979 all the way up to 93, really, of the Ford Mustang. This vehicle came in a couple of different variations. You had the hatchback, you had the convertible, and you had the coupe as well. And the Dominator FX takes a little bit from all of these variants and all of these years, even the Cobra as well, which is pretty cool. And we'll talk about that here in just a moment with some of the customization. Speaking of the customization, let's go ahead and get right into it. So the Dominator FX, it is part of the muscle car class, so you can do the wheelie stands with these, which is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the customization. You got the arch covers. Of course, you got armor, you got brakes, you got some bumper options, which absolutely take, from all years and models. Rear bumper, you have a couple different options with that as well. You got the wheelie bars. Damn, I wish those wheelie bars worked. Now that we can do wheelies in the game, the wheelies bars should counteract that. That'd be so cool. You got the exhaust options on here as well. I've seen all of these exhaust options in real life. I mean, who owned this car. I have seen this Mustang throughout all my life. I still see them driving around on the road today, but you know the exact type of person. First of all, it's always a dude, maybe 99.9% it's a dude, right? You got the Snake Eater liveries right here as well. That's the old school Cobra liveries, which is pretty cool. But you absolutely know this dude that drives this car, okay? He's absolutely a redneck, okay? Probably had a mullet for some of his life. Definitely wears t-shirts with the sleeves cut off. Yeah. He smokes either Marlboro Reds or Camels. He drinks either Natty Light or Bush Light. If he's feeling fancy and wants to impress a chick, he'll get a Sixer or some Budweiser. Okay. And this dude, his girlfriends are, this is the way the relationships look like with this guy. Chat, tell me if I'm wrong. This dude is either really skinny and he's got a big old thick chick, or his chick is really skinny, looking a little suspect, right? And he's a big old boy, right? He's thick. That's how this works. It's not the same. It's not two bigs or two littles, right? It's just one of the. That's just how it works, baby. That's how you keep the car balanced for power to weight ratio. That's what I'm talking about right there. Love that. But you know this guy. Listen. I personally know people like this, so I can talk about them. Don't get on to me in the chat, all right? You understand? I know this person. I know who they are. The spoilers look really good. I've absolutely seen those drag spoilers. I've seen this car at the drag strip. When this Mustang came out, it was decent. It had some decent power. You could throw some pipes on it. It sounded good. But the V8s back then just weren't like they are today. 700 horsepower, 500 horsepower. This guy had like a buck 80, 180 horsepower or something like that. Just depending on what variant you went with. But you could absolutely trick this thing out. You could add some stuff, very easily get 300 horsepower, 350, and the power to weight ratio. Talking about that again, right? This car would scream down the road. And then a lot of people did engine swaps. They added turbos, big old superchargers. And yeah, you get 600 horsepower in this vehicle, which is relatively light, and you're absolutely screaming down the road. So speaking of performance, let's take a look at the top speed. The Dominator FX top speed comes in at 110.68 miles per hour. It's not bad. This car, it's middle of the road. With this DLC, with the past couple of DLCs, a lot of these vehicles should have came out in the game 5, 6, 7 years ago. If the Dominator FX came out 6, 7 years ago, it's going to be one of the top competing cars in the muscle class by far, right? If not the best. However, as of today, the Dominator FX average lap time 1 minute 3.223 seconds. So again, middle of the road. This is a top 10, maybe top 5, depending on the track type kind of vehicle. But it is absolutely a fun vehicle to drive. It's got really good traction and grip for a muscle car. Several of the muscle cars recently have had that. Same kind of handling characteristic where they're pretty grippy, pretty agile. So I definitely appreciate that. It's nice to drive a muscle car that's not like driving on ice in this game. So that's cool. But the most important question that everybody's wondering is, should you buy this vehicle, right? Should you spend the money? Now, if you're going strictly for the top cars in each class for racing, then the Dominator FX is going to be further down your list. You could, probably overlook this one for right now. However, nostalgia, just an iconic muscle car. It's a pony car, right? It's the Fox body style. If you are an American dude in your 50s, late 40s, mid 40s, you probably own this car. You may have it right now, right? And if you are an American dude that's lived in the past, 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years, you've seen this vehicle on the road a tremendous amount of time. So it's just a nostalgia thing. And the car is not bad. It's got decent performance, so it can still get you around the map, not only quickly, but when you want to take a turn or something like that, you're not going to slide around everywhere, just end up doing donuts because it's a typical muscle car mechanic in GTA Online, right? So yeah, I do recommend it. I think that you should buy it. It's fun to have in the garage. It's got decent customization, and you could probably use it in some car shows here and there. And it's nostalgia. A lot of you guys probably own this vehicle, had a parent or a friend that owned it, drove in it, got to experience how much fun it was. So yeah, definitely make the purchase. It's not that bad. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you going to buy the Dominator FX? Have you already purchased it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know what you guys think. Oh, and one more thing. How accurate was my description of the person that drove this car IRL? Listen, if it's not 100% spot on, you're lying to me, okay? You're lying to me. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel for the Ills Reels content in the game. Smash that like button. We'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out. Yeah.